Welcome to turning a moment into a movement.
This little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. I'm gon' let it shine. This little light of mine, this little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. I'm gon' let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. I'm gon' let it shine. Oh Lord, just let it shine. This light of mine, this light of mine. Oh Lord, would you please just let it shine. Take the drama out of my life. Oh Lord, every night, the pain ain't right. I wake up at night, I never sleep. 26, 10, and 7, that's just me. Every day I need a little seed. I need a little fresh air, man, I need to breathe. All I know is trauma, all I know is tickets. All I know is no visit, all I know is a mission to get straight up out of prison. Lord have mercy for it. Lord have mercy on my people. Preacher Mary Washington and all my real. Lord have mercy with my people. I pray to God, we really need you. When I was down bad, when things weren't going right, every time I prayed at night, I put my hands up in my face. I said, Lord have mercy, little light of mine. Lord God, please let it shine. It's the drama that I live in my life. I swear to God, I was a bad guy every night. 10 toes down, salute. Everybody suffering, everybody who trying to make a way. Everybody looking for the sky, everybody looking for that piece of pie. In a law library, I know what that feel like. Hoping that somebody get active and involved in your situation. Man, pop your collar and pray. Cause Lord have mercy on my soul. And they make bad guy father get out soon. And the rest of those brothers who be mobbing to child each morning. Oh man, I ain't going to this afternoon. Man, I'ma miss dinner today. I got a cup of noodles. Hey, you know what that feel like? Yeah, you know what it is. And if you a victim of a wrongful conviction, suffered and served by Ken Worthy, then I know that you know what that pain feel like. And your mama know what that pain feel like. Your father know what that pain feel like. With that light, let that little shine. Let that light shine, a little light of mine. Bad guy, doughboy, weak, all these great people in this great world of ours. 10 toes down, salute. I appreciate you, bad guy. I appreciate you, weak. I appreciate the tech. I appreciate everybody in the studio. We gonna pop off that LV, ooh-wee, cause that's what they be liking to see. But I hope you hear the missing when you see me fresh. Salute. You do good, bro?
Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight on Turning a Moment into a Movement. I am J Love, and I represent the Justice for Huron movement also. I'm sorry for the delay tonight. Our guests haven't popped in yet, and so we're going to just play this by ear tonight. I'm going to bring on Trisha in a moment, but yeah, thank you for joining us. And I just want to talk about our mission. Our mission here at Turn a Moment into a Movement was inspired by the wrongful conviction of Gerard Haycraft and built from the urgent need to create safe, empowering space for all who have been harmed by injustice. Our mission is to shine a light on wrongful convictions, over sentencing, and the neglect of those who are mentally ill, medically frail within the criminal legal system. We are committed to uplifting voices, sharing truths, and advocating for those too often silenced through education, community organizing, and courageous storytelling. We work to disrupt the systems, policies, and patterns that fuel injustice, transforming awareness into collective action and turning every moment into a movement for real change. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, like I said, I guess she hasn't checked in yet, and so we might have to reschedule this conversation. But because Trisha is here, we're going to talk about this week and all the wonderful things, positive things that happened this week, and some not so positive. But yeah, it was a great week for change, for justice. And
Yes.
before we even start, I want to give a big shout out to Lori Pahusky, state rep, my state rep. She did an amazing job
Man.
site hearing. She laid it all out.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to Trisha Duckworth. Oh my God, we did so much work to prepare.
Yes.
For months, we have been sending in all kinds of documents, all kinds of everything, people.
Wait, hold on. I got to give a shout out to J Love. Oh, there we go. Clock it.
Trisha.
Oh, man.
Yes. Hey, Kevin. He said, good evening, everyone. Hey.
Hey.
So, yeah, we freestyling right now, you guys, because our guest hasn't clocked in, and I think we might have to reschedule this conversation. But since we're here, we're going to talk about what happened this week at the, as a matter of fact, to kick it all off, let's play the segment from our special friend, Randy Wimbley, WXYZ.
Yes, Randy. Shout out to Randy.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy did his big one.
My glasses, I can't see.
House Oversight Committee. I'm Randy Wimbley in Lansing. Whistleblowers laid out to lawmakers a long list of issues inside the Women's Huron Valley Prison. Those whistleblowers say they would know about what's going on there. They are former employees.
The mold is only cleaned when someone from Lansing, as they say in MDOC terms, someone from Lansing comes to visit. They're going to clean up.
Larisha Thornton was one of two former Women's Huron Valley Prison employees to testify at a House Oversight Committee hearing in Lansing. Lawmakers taking a deeper look at conditions at the prison, from claims of recorded strip searches to drug trafficking.
There are employees that are involved in this, probably to a much larger scale than we would like to believe.
From allegations of inmates receiving inadequate medical care to retaliation against employees and inmates who speak out about concerns at the prison.
Women cannot grieve or send grievances out because they are punished for them. They lose time with their family, they lose their phone calls, they get locked in solitary confinement.
Concerns surrounding mold in Huron Valley and its impact on inmates like Krystal Clark is what first caught the attention of lawmakers.
There is an obvious human cost here that I find very, very upsetting. But even if that's not something that is particularly salient for people, our tax dollars are also going towards, one, not taking care of these people, and two, paying out lawsuits when the worst happens.
Jennifer Wallace died in the prison from sepsis in November. Her family says MDOC changed her medication, which exacerbated an infection in her mechanical heart valve.
My sister died alone. She died alone. And we will never forget that.
MDOC provided a statement saying, in part, the department is committed to the health and safety of those under its supervision, provides a consistent community standard of medical care, is actively working to reduce harmful contraband and dangerous incidents, and looks forward to working with lawmakers and stakeholders on concerns regarding Women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility. Tuesday's testimony left lawmakers on both sides of the aisle seemingly incensed.
To me, this is waste, fraud, and abuse that needs to be addressed. And it should have been done decades ago here at this facility.
Michigan Department of Corrections budget $2.2 billion per year. The money's there. So what gives?
Some lawmakers are now calling on the women's prisons warden and the director of the Department of Corrections to appear before the Oversight Committee to answer those allegations raised Tuesday. Right now, it's unclear if they will. In Lansing, I'm Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit. Raised Tuesday. Right now, it's unclear if they will.
So amazing hearing.
Yes, it was. And you know what? We must thank Republican leadership, Chair Jay DeBoyer, and even some of the things and some of the questions that came from Republican state representatives about where's the money.
Mm-hmm.
We got the budget. Why are you continuing to deny people? So yes, shout out to Chair again, Jay DeBoyer, Philip Kraft, which is his pro-tem person that we were back and forth with, and just all of the Republican leadership that was on the committee. And then shout out to Reggie Miller. Reggie called it like it was as well. It was just a day of truth. It was a day of truth. It was a day of transparency. It was a start towards accountability. And, you know, the only person that we got to give a Bozo alarm or Bozo of the Year award to is, well, wait, before we talk about him, Andy and Larisha.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Andy and Larisha, you're various. You know, first of all, you were rushed through your testimonies because of the time constraints, which I hope next time that it can be a better time, because this is something that deserves thoughtful conversations and thoughtful testimonies. But even through that, the truth that was shared, the drugs, the sexual harassment, the rapes, the mold, the medical negligence, you know, the retaliation, everything that they shared just really solidified what Krystal and the women that are speaking out, it solidified their words. You know, it really gave their words affirmation and validation. And so shout out to them. And now the Bozo, you got a Bozo button over there, or
a boo-hoo.
A boo button. We need a boo button for Wait, Jay, hit it again. We need a
King Barber.
When I say that is the most disgusting human being that I've ran into in a long time. He has been getting reports about he's been in that office 40 years and was bragging. I'm like, you bragging that you've been there 40 years and you allowed this? Because remember, LaWanda's husband said, what was that, back in the 80s and early 90s? It was like that. Mm-hmm. You was there, sir, then.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure why you was bragging about why you was there for 40 years, but you won't be there another 40. And then we can help you won't be there another year. You won't be there. You're going to be gone because he lied so much. And then what is the first thing he said, Jay?
He said, my story, my testimony is going to be a little bit different than everyone else's. Already when he said that.
Wow.
I want to just put my hand up like, can I say something?
No, I object. I object.
He was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was sad that he was that ridiculous, but he was ridiculous. And,
he was ridiculous, but I wish you could cue that video. See, Shawana started it. Let me just say.
We're having those videos. So tomorrow we're going to have Reggie Miller, because I have it. And we're going to have the video of you and Shawana and Keith Barber. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. But go ahead, Trisha.
Oh, my gosh. So Shawana decides to confront Keith. Now, I was trying to keep it cute. But it was very triggering to hear him talk and just lie like that, you know. And so Shawana was just like, look, you a lying MF. And I mean, she just read him his rights and
Up and down.
And then he gonna say, you don't know me. I said, we know you be lying, you know. And I'm done belted out, fire Key Barber, y'all, fire Key Barber. He took off out the room and we took off behind him, you know. And nobody wants to do nothing to you. We just want to let you know that them lies you just told, you can be held accountable for that, brother. Those lies that you just told. See,
Under oath.
Go ahead, Jay.
Under oath. He sat in that room,
right,
and told fabrications.
Yep.
He fabricated.
They need to make it be against the law to do that. I want to ask questions. Is it against the law to lie in those proceedings? Because if it is, he needs to be arrested. Lock him up. Lock him.
I'm thinking about that man who made that song. You going to jail today?
Right. Here you go. You about to lose your job. Hey,
right.
You about to lose your job.
Right. He was, yeah, that was a big boo-hoo to him. Yeah. Lloyd Simpson, Jennifer Wilder's brother.
Ooh. Jay, do you have that right now?
I'm gonna have all that tomorrow.
Ooh, y'all.
I thought we was gonna have a conversation. If I knew we was going this way, I would have had it all tonight. But I would definitely have it tomorrow. Lloyd was amazing. He said what needed to be said.
Yes, he did.
He said what needed to be said, and he's going to be speaking tomorrow at Clark Park.
Yeah.
So if you guys are in the Detroit, Michigan area, there's going to be a protest tomorrow for the young man who was horribly killed in Grand Rapids. They're having a rally for him at Clark Park, I think at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to speak, but we have a show tomorrow. So a show, an online event, and so we won't be there. But yeah, Clark, Lloyd Simpson will be there. He will be speaking on behalf of his mother, his sister, Jennifer Wallace. I want to send my condolences and everything to that family because what they're going through is horrific and it's very sad. Not only them, Teresa Dunlap family and all the other families that lost a loved one inside the Valley of Death, Huron Valley. Every day, dealing with that medical staff and it's interesting how the narratives are being pushed right now. But there are so many people telling the same story. Right? We have a database. So I want to put this on the record because our name have been getting scandalized out here in these streets.
In these political streets.
But we have a database, over 50 women who are almost all are saying the same thing. Whistleblowers saying the same thing. So I find it interesting that what the response is, and then what we have are women who are not all together. They're separately sending their info to us, and they're all saying the same thing about that place. And then yesterday, as I was giving a presentation at the NAACP leadership members meeting, there was a gentleman there who was formerly incarcerated as a teenager in Huron Valley.
Wow.
And before he started talking, he said that everything, it was triggering to him because he had been there before and his experience that he had in there. And he said there was no lie told because he witnessed it as a teenager inside that facility. So I just want to say to those who are listening, because they're always listening or watching, peeking on a page and all that stuff. There's not just us saying these things. There's people every time we make a post, every time we put something on Krystal page, every time we put something on TikTok, Instagram, there are people who are checking in with us. So I don't know what to tell you guys, but it's not just Krystal Clark. So
that's the thing. It's not just Krystal Clark. It's not just me. It's not just you. No, this is why they need to understand this is not going away.
mm-hmm.
It's not going anywhere. You may as well put the horse before the carriage and get ready to ride on off in the sunset to paying all these lawsuits, to letting some women go, and to doing all that, because these violations are atrocious. And let's talk about this. Seeing Governor Whitmer. What's the chances of that? Seeing Governor Whitmer. She in the
Jennifer
hall.
Wallace's family would have been there about
Oh my
5
God.
more minutes.
I know. Oh my God.
They would have saw her.
I was trying not. Were they still there?
They had just maybe left like 2 or 3 minutes before we saw her.
I was like, and kept it cute, right? Because I know how you're so aggressive. So kept it very cute. When I wanted to be like,
he didn't do that.
But to see the way that her aide was like, oh wait, I can help you. I can't. No, you can't help me. I don't need another gatekeeper talking to me. Okay, what's this? Olivia Pope number 2, Olivia Pope Jr. number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, she's busy filming. I don't care what she's filming. Whatever she's filming is not more important than the human life that I want to talk to her about. You know what I mean? And just the way that she looked with such arrogance, And so when I said, because I believe some people got offended, and I believe that's how Dana Ness will wind up on my page, when I said the head devil in charge, I wasn't speaking about racial. I'm speaking about spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what she is. Spiritual wickedness in high places that has set herself up above everybody else. But there is one entity, one spirit that you are not greater than, and that is God. Mm-hmm. So we keep telling y'all, you can look on our pages all you want. You always listening on our phones. You can listen to every call. They listen to me and Jay all day, every day. Okay. Y'all can listen on these calls. It don't matter. You ain't gonna catch us talking about nothing but justice. You ain't gonna catch us talking about nothing but our next move and how we gonna activate and how we gonna bring about actions. That's it. Mm-hmm. You listen to the wrong one, though. You better dial into heaven, because this wrath is coming from God. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was something else I wanted to highlight. Taxpayers. So let's talk about that. Every time we post there's something, the news cycle comes through and there's a post. There's so many people like, oh, okay, well, you shouldn't do the time if you don't do the crime, or whatever that saying is, and all that crazy stuff. But guess what, people? You're gonna pay for these lawsuits, whether you like it or not. That comes out of your pocket.
Yeah.
And so if you think that this doesn't affect you, think again. Millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Where do you think where they're getting that money from? Not the Department of Corrections. They ain't paying for them.
Nope.
They're not paying one lawsuit. When those lawsuits happen, the citizens of Michigan have to pay for it. So guess what? You should also want better, because these attorneys getting that money, they get more than anybody.
Yeah.
And so you're paying $50 million to attorneys and 50 million divided by whoever else was, they're not going to get nowhere near nothing.
Ask the citizens of Flint. Ask the citizens of Flint who some got payouts of $250, $500, $1,000. What is that to somebody that has been exposed to lead in their water? Do you know what that's doing inside of their body?
Mm-hmm.
But these wicked attorneys that just want the money. I'm so grateful that Krystal got rid of her wicked attorneys. And she does. And he said, yes, let everybody know that he is her attorney. And if you want to see him, we'll drop his name soon. Not right now. But Krystal has another attorney.
Amazing.
Amazing attorney led by the Spirit of God, I'll say.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is, definitely. He's amazing, and he's going to do right by her. That's his promise to her, and he's not going to leave her until it happens. So we're so grateful for him as well. He's a bulldog. He's a real bulldog. He's not afraid to stand up to these other folks, and I'm just so grateful for him. But yeah, that last night, on Monday, Tuesday was amazing.
Yeah, my heart went out to Jennifer Wallace's family. Like, I know it had to be just a moment a triggering moment, to see State Rep Pahosky talk about the violations against their mother and their sister and their daughter, and to know that MDOC gave her the wrong medication. And then with Krystal was supposed to be getting 300 milligrams or something, but they decided they wouldn't give her 200 milligrams. Then they decide that, okay, they don't give her the medicine for months. Then they said it was cost too much. How it cost too much? That's why I was so glad why that state rep said how it cost too much in MDOC budget, $2.2 billion.
Mm-hmm. The amount for $2.2 million, that medicine compared to the cost of that medicine probably was like 15 cents.
That part.
It wasn't that much. And then that doctor, he said in his notes, if this is too much, then here, give her this one. So they really didn't have an excuse to not give her medicine because they know how much those medications cost. It reminded me of when Gerard was in there and we were trying to get him back on his infusions. And the infusion that he originally was taking, they felt like that cost too much. So they found the cheapest thing that they could find on the market to give him. And Kevin said because they are still...
Exactly. We need to follow the money.
Yeah. They gave him the cheapest medicine. Then he had so many, things happen from the medicine. He had to take other medicine just to take that medicine when they could just give him the original medicine. So you're right. Somebody doing something with the money because they showed him, did they say she was 2 months late on Krystal's medication?
Yeah.
But then they'll say, hey, she's not taking her medication. How can she if they ain't got it?
Just the games and the continued gaslighting. That's why, shout out to your state rep because we damn sure couldn't depend on mine. And that's disheartening. Most of our political leaders, they're more what's the word I'm looking for? Worried about staying in their political space than they are humanity and human life.
Mm-hmm.
They all know, they all went in and seen Krystal September the 5th. How could you look away? How can you sleep at night? How can you live with yourself? What kind of heart? What is your heart posture? To look at a woman suffering the way that all y'all know that she is, and to not do absolutely nothing. Shame on you all. I'm not gonna name your names, but everybody know who our local elected officials are, and we done reached out to all of them, from the top down, from the rooter to the tutor. We done reached out to all of them, and nowhere. And God used
Lori Pahusky.
Party, Lori Pahusky, and Reggie Miller to nail this and to really bring this home and to really, I've seen on Humanity for Prisoners, shout out for them. They made a blog of the hearing, and they said that the hearing things usually get like 30, 33 views. Most it's up to 1,000 views. It's up to 1,000 views right now.
People were checking in.
Yeah. My people, everybody was like, oh my gosh. I mean, they were just they just couldn't believe it. And I'm saying, but I was telling you, you didn't believe me. That's the frustrating part, is that people will be so quick to dismiss a message because of the messenger. And they blame it on the messenger. That's not the messenger's problem. That is your problem. That is the problem of the person that is receiving it. Unless I'm just like, hey, F y'all going off. There's only one person in this here county that can say I cussed them out. And that was a hot mic moment. That was Sue Shink. I called her a B, and that's because I thought I was on mute, and I was not. And that was the most horrible thing for me, because I dishonored God, myself, and my family in that public meeting. And I didn't even know it for 2 weeks. Shout out to Mama Audrey, because she came and told me. She said, don't you ever let the devil jump on your back like that. I was like, what did I do? And she told me. So that's the only person that could say that I said anything disrespectful to them, and that was not on purpose. Now, was she acting like, well, yes. But I would have never dishonored her like that publicly, But I'm just tired of all the gaslighting, as if we're the issue. We are fighting for somebody's life.
Right. And speaking of her, let me tell you, how do you go in there and you yourself get sick and don't say nothing? How do you go in there and get choking out and coughing and gagging and sneezing, and itching, and don't say, hey, I'm having an issue too, and I only been in here 5 minutes, 30 minutes. So imagine how they feel, Krystal feel every single day.
Every day. And for you to experience something like that and you won't even say it, it means you switched over to the dark side. You sold your soul for a political spot. Because you so enamored and just happy that you could walk out with Gretchen Whitmer. Did you whisper and tell her that you got sick when you was in there too? Did you? No. Then how could you know how you felt? Breath cut off. If I'm not mistaken, she said she had to go to the hospital. How could you feel something like that on September the 5th? You and Sophie, and don't say nothing. Don't validate Krystal. You never look back one time after that meeting for her. How? You are the state rep for that area, Morgan Foreman. State rep Morgan Foreman?
I thought it was Lori. Greetings, Dr. Clay. We are on Saturday. We had a special guest, and our guest didn't come in tonight, and so we're going to reschedule it. So we just kicking it, talking about the oversight hearing that happened on Tuesday here in Michigan. Yeah. I want to show something right quick, Trisha, because let's go back to Krystal, because these people, we'll be talking about them all day. But in the beginning, when we started talking about Krystal, we were showing this picture It's like, oh my God, the mold is growing out her ear. A lot of people was like, mold can't grow out your ear. Remember that, Trisha?
Kimberly Craig from Channel 7. Yeah, I remember that.
So they was saying mold can't grow out your ear. So, okay. We still kept pushing. Now, when they went in there, the state reps in September, they saw it. As a matter of fact, who said they saw it? That was Donovan. State Rep Donovan said that he saw it, right? I'm going to get this picture out of here. So now, this is what, that's September, October, November, December, January, February. 5 months later, this is what Krystal's ears look like now. Where is it? Hold on, guys. Mary described it because she saw Krystal last week. She said it's growing all around the outside of her ears and it's fuzzy. It's mold growing. It came outside from the inside. Now it's growing all around the perimeters and the back of her ears and onto her face. Krystal also told me that it's growing up her legs, on her arms. She's
coming out in her feces.
Yeah.
She told me that today. It's like white fuzzy stuff coming out when she uses the bathroom. So that's the thing about mold. Mold looks for places to travel. It spreads. Our body is what, 70% moisture.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Clay.
Yeah, so the mold is just going on through her.
Yeah.
And she describes it. I played a video yesterday for the membership, and she described it. She said it feels like she's being eaten alive. So, after going to that meeting and listening to Pastor Wendell Anthony speak, it just came to me like she's a political prisoner. She's a political prisoner because of politics, because of lawsuits. It's like they're holding her hostage.
They want her to die. That's it. We've been saying that. They want her to die. We've been saying that for months and months and months and months and months. And they want her to die. And that's so crazy to me because if she dies, what do you think's going to happen then? I don't understand that. It still is not going to go away. And you still have other women who have died. As a matter of fact, let's say their names. Miss Gail Gibson, Mary Tops, Sandra Lane, Bobby Joe, Angela McQuarrie, Angela McConnell, Miss Gomer, Dorothy Morris, Donna Kojo, Ava Simpson, Teresa Dunlap,
Mm, 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 mm.
Jennifer Wallace, and Mary Williams. These are not all the names, but we send love to all of the families, those that we read and those that we don't know of that lost their lives due to the horrid conditions of that place. To which I say, be not deceived. God is not mocked. What y'all keep sowing, you're going to have to one day reap.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't believe in God, karma is real. Karma is coming for the evil. This is evil. This is spiritual wickedness in high places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sad. It's very sad, and I don't know, man. When she on call by 9 o'clock, I get nervous. You know what's going on, because every day she's like, "Jay, I feel like my body is let me down. I feel it." But she keeps, Krystal, she gonna keep pushing. She gonna start singing. She gonna start praising. But I she's been through a lot. Her body is wrecked, and you can save her. They can save her, and they won't even do it. Kevin said yes, and this is the so-called greatest country in the world. Shaking my head.
It might have been the greatest country before the colonizers got here.
Mm-hmm. They are trying to use her as an example of suffering to say, now we must do something. You know what? And what they're doing is scaring other women. How they treat Krystal, it keeps other women from talking.
Oh my gosh, Jay. I just got a text at the African American AACHM exhibit closing tonight. So many people were expressing so much gratitude for all you all have done for Krystal. It was nice to hear so many people supporting her and you.
Oh, thank you, you guys.
Thank you, Jordan, for sharing that. Yeah, people's hearts are being touched.
Mm-hmm.
That I can say, I mean, that we have been really committed to, especially very intentionally these last 2 years, is to spread the word and to continue educating the community in many different forms. We've been on campus with it. We've been to churches. We've been to, organizational meetings. I mean, just yesterday, again, Jay was at the NAACP. I was with the Michigan Environmental Justice Coalition. It doesn't stop. We had a moment. We had a moment on the 24th on Tuesday. That was a moment. But this is a movement.
Mm-hmm.
We will keep moving. We will keep making sure that everyone who doesn't know about Krystal, everywhere I go, I try to wear something with her name on it. This shirt has a QR code on the back. And so I'll just be like, hey, have you heard about the Krystal Clark? They'd be like, no. I'll be like, hit my QR code. You can help save a life. All right, peace. That's less than a minute. That's 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
30 seconds of time. So if you would like a t-shirt or a hoodie, we have hoodies now. Please hit us up. Hoodies are $50. Donations of $50 or more. And I say more because maybe somebody's heart is touched and they want to give more than 50. And that has happened before. And our t-shirts are for donations of 40 or more. The funding is used to continue the work, also to share funding with Krystal, Also to recoup and get more shirts. This is good ground over here. We do not misuse funding, and we believe, in just being grateful for what the community does to stand behind us, stand behind Krystal and the work of Survivor Speak and turning a moment into a movement. So we won't stop. We can't stop. We won't stop.
Right. We don't know how to stop, I don't think.
No, it's funny because sometimes you think like, oh my gosh, but how do you quit? How do you walk away from human life? I don't know. Why don't we ask somebody who walked away and then just trying to, okay, let me be quiet. But how do you walk away from human life? How do you see somebody suffering and then just
say nothing?
Just say nothing. Please send me a shirt so I can wear it to Wind Down Therapy okay. All right, sure will. Inbox me your address.
Who's that, Dr. Clay?
Yeah, or inbox Jay your address.
Please send me a shirt so I can wear it on Wind Down Therapy with a sip. Conversation and truth. Dr. Clay, inbox us your phone number. They need to lock. Kevin said they need to lock all their asses up.
For real though, I just said that yesterday. Like, lock her
there for 5 years. He said in there for 5 years with the mold.
Exactly. Exactly.
I bet you won't last a week.
No. But again, she's one of our Caucasian siblings, and she's with an elite, right? So they get her out of there quick or not send her at all. It's interesting because I think that she knows she has governmental immunity. So her not doing this, she can just cancel a human life from her seat with no accountability. And look at all the lives that she canceled. All the lives that you canceled because you looked away. I cannot say enough. Our prayers to Jennifer Wallace's family. My heart breaks for them because this was a preventable death.
Yeah.
She didn't have to die. If you would have listened 4 years ago, she wouldn't be dead right now. If you would have listened 2 years ago, she wouldn't be dead right now. Hell, if you would have listened last year at the beginning of the year, she would still be here with us right now.
Because you could have put something in place, some balance, some checks. You could have cleaned out the place. You could have gave these people some blood tests. And that's some of the things that we're asking. Like, everybody needs a blood test that's in there, working in there. One of the whistleblowers who worked in there was saying how she had mold in her intestines. She worked there. And she could go home every day, come back, go home, go back. And she had to leave up out of there. And then if I'm not mistaken, she said they forced her back to work. And then so she's not the only person that's employee that's sick from that mold. But they are also afraid to speak up too because of the retaliation. And that's what happened to her. She was retaliated against. She had to go through sexual harassment at the workplace.
Yeah.
It's just horrific.
Did you hear that? She said this joker had the nerve to tell her to come to some place for his birthday party. She get there, there's no party. Thank God she took somebody with her. Ladies, if you meet somebody new, don't you go meet them by yourself. Even if you meeting somebody you know for a while, don't go nowhere by yourself until you know and can trust this person. Because what would have happened if she would have showed up by there? Say that man could have took her and raped her. We don't know.
You're right, Kevin. That's why absolute immunity has to go.
It does.
They're fighting for qualified immunity right now.
Absolute and qualified. And people don't understand absolute mean it's a done deal. You ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no nothing. Qualified immunity mean no charges. You know what I'm saying?
Right here. Here's an explanation.
Get him. Boss, wrong guy. to sue you for everything you've got. Case dismissed. What?
Qualified immunity, it's not for you, it's just for me. I shot your dog. I shot your wife. I get to go on with my life. It's not that you don't have some rights, but when we get you in our sights, we can't be sued. You've got no case. It's time for you to learn your place. Qualified immunity, it strips all liability. I stole your cash. I broke your jaw. Look it up, it's settled law. Qualified immunity, we get off without penalty. I broke down your front door while serving a search warrant on the wrong house at 3 a.m. and then I shot you in the face. Twice.
Oh dear. Qualified immunity.
That just made me sick to my stomach.
That's what it is. And that's what they fighting for. The judge said, hey, ain't no qualified immunity for you guys. You knew about it and you covered it up. We gotta pay we gotta file a motion. We need our qualified immunity.
And the thing is that all these appeals, if it doesn't stay with that same judge, you know, who's to say? Because I believe the first judge that they had to dismiss the case, I believe she was paid off or had a favor called in for a friend. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. What's her name? Sanford. You ought to be ashamed. Sanford and Son's niece or something. I don't know, but you ought to be ashamed of yourself because you knew too. All of these people know, don't want to do nothing. It's like, man, your hearts are so evil. And I pray for you. I pray grace and mercy over you because you don't understand that what you extend to a person is going to be extended to you. It's like the boomerang effect. That's why you got to be careful how you treat people.
Right. My dad, that was his famous thing. He would tell us all the time. Treat others as you want to be treated. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you.
Yep.
You want somebody to treat you a certain way, then you treat them a certain way. You treat yourself in a certain way. You know, it's what you give out, you get back.
Yeah.
You know, that all of that is true. That's why you have to be mindful of how you talk to people. You know, what you do to people, your actions. It don't just come back tomorrow. It's when you least suspect it. Here it come, bang, boom, bomb. You like, what the hell happened? Treat people how you want to be treated. You want to be up in somewhere breathing mode. Breathing mode growing all through your body. While you sitting home watching TV. I'm watching a baseball game. It's 8 o'clock. You know, and your constituent is in there slowly dying of mold. I know what our hashtag his mold is a death sentence. It is. And even at the oversight hearing, they spoke of the cleaning of the mold. They were saying how bleach, you're not supposed to clean mold with bleach. It's like it ignites it. It goes out even more. The spores is everywhere. Don't put no bleach on no mold.
Yes, shout out to Angela Regan. She said that.
Professionals to come in and clean that mold, but they use them women. They make them take off their masks as a sign of punishment and have them out there scrubbing mold, painting over the mold. That paint is like hot fire on that mold.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Meanwhile, while you paint over it, the mold is eating through the bricks. Says it in the lawsuit.
Says it in the lawsuit.
Door frames. It's even in their own assessment report. It says how the metal panels and stuff is rusted because of all the moisture and stuff that's in it. That place is a breathing ground for mold because it's built on marshland. But hey, it's just weird that you built it on a swamp. So let's see what Doctor. Sad to say, our counterparts really have no soul. We're the only ones that can give them salvation. That's why they hate us so much.
That's horrible. Hell, and some of us ain't gotten that either.
Mm-hmm. Look how they was all. Wait a minute. Look how they was all dancing up and down at Trump in the room.
Sucking and bucking.
Master's home. Hey.
I'm not saying that if I was elected official that I wouldn't go. Would I go? Yes. Would I be somber in that moment? Yes, because I'm listening to a liar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to somebody who's soulless. And you are. Yes. I'm so proud of our governor. What? You proud of somebody that is responsible for death? Multiple deaths. You proud of somebody that should be getting charged with criminal negligence?
Mm-hmm. Because it all starts at the top. It starts at the top. But the people at the bottom is the ones that's gonna get it. They're gonna get the one. The people that's in that yeah, we be sick, master.
We sick, master?
We sick too. Yeah, it won't be the top person. It's gonna be everybody that's in that clinic. It's gonna be Dr. Allison.
Oh yeah, we definitely have been programmed, but like I preached a message this one time. I don't care how we got like that. We can't stay like that. And if I awaken, somebody else can awaken too. At this point, everybody needs to awaken. We need all hands on deck. So I get it. And I know there are many. As a matter of fact, Romans, I want to say 5 and say one man got us at this dead end abyss and one man to get us out, right? But at the end of the day, we got to accept the responsibility for what it is. We have allowed this, which is why Survivor Speak does our civic engagement, which is why we're thankful to the Ann Arbor Area Community Foundation for sewing into our civic engagement work, voting in more workshops, our pull-up turn-ups, our civic duty education nights. What else? I'm missing something, but these things are important. And it's not a shake of the finger because before I knew, I didn't know. But at some point, we've got to want better for ourselves. And that starts within. Because of how we was programmed, not only do they hate us, we hate us.
They hate us, yeah.
And so we have got to learn how to, the scripture says, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So we have got to learn how to love ourselves. We got to stop uplifting everybody else and uplift ourselves as an individual first, then our families, and then allow that love to extend out to our communities. Now, that's how we change our communities, one person at a time, through the love that they have for themselves. And when you won't drop the ball on you, that means you won't drop the ball on nobody else.
You said something key, loving yourself. So many of us don't love ourselves. So when you don't know how to love yourself, you can't be loving to nobody else.
Yeah. Yes, it takes the right kind of articulation. Yes, it surely does. Love takes pleasure in the flowering of the truth, but I think sometimes when people think about truth, they don't understand truth comes in many different forms, right? But as long as it's truth that is spoken and is spoken in love, to me, that should be the only concern. Where we at right now, we don't have time for a bunch of, what's the word I'm looking for? We are in trouble. We are in a mess. We're not showing up to vote, only for the president sometimes. We're not showing up to vote in the midterms, right? We're not showing up in these political spaces. Perfect example. We showed up at the commissioners' meeting just to talk about Krystal. Plus, they did a resolution for Krystal and the women of Women's Huron Valley. And The people was showing up. They showed up about ICE. They showed up about trees. They showed up about ICE in full force. They showed up about trees. Why are they showing up? Because they know when they show up, they're likely to get what they want. But if you don't show up, you have to get what's given to you, which is why we are teaching these lessons through Survivor Speak and our civic engagement. It is important for the people to understand how and to come alongside the community in the ways that we do it. We have fun with it. We give away PlayStation 5s. We do a whole bunch of stuff to really sow into the heart of the community to build the rapport. Because ain't nobody listening to you if you ain't got no rapport. But we're committed to that because we have to come around. We as a people have to rise up. We are so brilliant. We are so resilient. We're so much more than we even realize. And that was a strategic thing as well. As I just said, I don't care how we got there. We can't stay there. We got to do better for ourselves so we can do better for others.
Right. Exactly. Because, we're focused on the national level, on the federal level. And we are not paying attention what's going on right at home in the space that we can control. You can reach out to your local legislators. They're easy to reach. You're making their job easy when you don't reach out to them. They ain't got nothing to do with that. They can just kick back. You need to be reaching out to them. You need to call them, send them an email, whatever. Get in contact with them when you have an issue. You can have a contact. A lot of them have like weekly meetings. I went to one where Lori was at, sat down with her, had Krystal Clark talk to her. Besides myself, it was 3 older women, seniors there. That was it. And she has these monthly, weekly conversations. Show up to them. I even talked to her about what was going on in my community, which I found out a whole lot of things about what was going on, what they were doing over where I lived at, and how to address it, But if you're sitting at home and all you're doing is complaining, they don't do nothing. They ain't going to help you. They're not. And they're not. Get up. You're paying their salary. You might as well have a conversation. You're paying for it every week. So we have to be mindful of those things because it's Krystal Clark today. It could be you tomorrow. You could be driving in that car because for us, that's where a lot of this happens. In that car, up and down the street. For my son walking to the store. There was somebody who was wrongly convicted. He was sitting in Burger King eating. Somebody just came in like, you. He spent 20-some years in prison for something he didn't do. This stuff happens every day. So we all should be concerned. We all should be paying attention. Be proactive instead of always reacting to something. When you reacting, it's too late. Really, honestly, it's too late because now they're 10 steps ahead of you. You got to get ahead of the game now. Educate your family, educate your community, have these conversations, empower yourself. That's what we're going to be doing and teach them how to fish. We're going to be teaching you how to stand up for you, not just wait on me and Trisha to get there. You can do it. You can do it. We're learning every day. We all have a duty out here to do. We can't just sit back and roll our eyes and back our head and act like this is not happening. This is real out here in these streets. It is real. And just like what happened in Grand Rapids, he was on a bike. Come on now. Yes, prevention is the best cure. And that's what we're going to talk about with Attorney Courtney Teasley about prevention. Like before you even get to a stop, before anything even happens, there's some things that you should know already to help protect you. Like we'll be talking and stuff. Hey, you got the right to remain silent for a reason. So, but we're gonna be back on tomorrow night with wrongful conviction highlight story, Keon Clinton. So Trishay's gonna be here with us. We're gonna also have Dion Riggin Els. He's gonna be on, and we're gonna talk about this wrongful conviction conversation tomorrow at 5 p.m. We have some events that we have an event that we got coming up that we're gonna be a part of. And do I have that on here? Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So on March the 10th, Darrell Huron, Mr. Beat the Odds, is going back there. What is going on with him, Trisha? He has to fight his case again. So they're trying to, even though he was exonerated, they're trying to retry him again. So he goes to court on March the 10th. Shortly after that hearing, he has rented out space at the St. Regis Hotel, and he's going to have a stabilized, strategized, and mobilized session. We're on there, Survivor Speak, Turning a Moment to a Movement, Silent Cry, and many others are going to be on this platform. So join us there on March the 10th to support Darrell Huron. I'm sure Miss Diane going to be there, the voice of Detroit. So yeah, and then the other announcement, I'll wait till tomorrow so Dion can talk about that. But yeah, so do you have anything else we want to talk about, Patricia?
No, I just want to go to bed. No, I'm just playing.
So before we leave, before we do the accountability moment, we need you guys to share.
Yes.
Share. If you are and subscribe. If you're focused on justice like ours, if you wanna hold people accountable, tap in with us.
Yeah. And how many shows? How many shows now?
Oh, we way over 200 now.
Come on, where the claps at?
Oh, hold on. I'm on the wrong side for the claps. We are way over 200. And so we're probably going to have some this summer to celebrate turning a moment into a movement. But yeah. But our accountability moment. We talked about, I guess the whole session tonight was an accountability moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
The injustice here in Michigan and all over. And also, you guys, so I guess we use the Department of Corrections all over the United States. We're going to hold them accountable. But yeah. Also, if you get a chance this weekend and you haven't watched it yet, go to Netflix and watch The Alabama Solution. The Alabama Solution is a documentary, and it's about the Alabama Department of Corrections. It's going to change your whole perspective about what incarceration is. So make sure you watch that. Slavery is still a thing, still now in 2026. It's very real. That's why there's so many people still locked up today because of slavery. They need workers. The prison is a billion, probably $1 trillion industry.
Yes.
So many people get paid contracts and they need slaves. But in Alabama, they're leasing out the slaves. They're leasing them out to um, a lot of places that I'm thinking about not going to no more. Restaurants and stores and all kinds of, they're doing all kinds of things for $2 a day. So you're working with somebody who's making whatever they're making, and you're making only $2 for the whole day. You might be there 10, 12 hours. So, yep, having free workers. So watch the documentary. I think I'm going to watch it again. But it should move you, not to just make you sad or make you hurt, but it needs to move you into action. See where you can fit in at. See where you can use your voice at in your community, in your state to help in this fight for Krystal Clark. So, and if so be it, if you would like to join us, just tap in with us at Fighting for Krystal Clark at gmail.com. Go to our link tree, Fighting for Krystal Clark, and check out everything about Krystal. And also there's letters that you can download and send to the governor and the Department of Corrections and stuff like that. So with that being said, I think we out of here.
Yes.
You got something else, Trisha?
No, look, I'm sending an email to Glenn Beck. We always working. I will say this: we are trying to gain a national platform. So if you know of a national platform or you have a plug for a national platform, please reach out to J Love, who is Krystal's official spokesperson, or you can reach out to myself. But we are looking for a national platform because we believe that this story should be shared all over the world, that everyone should learn of the atrocities that are happening in WHB, and we will make sure that. So good night.
Connect us to Roland Martin or who else we want to get to?
Jamal Bryant, Pastor Jamal Bryant, or Don Lemon. Don got a lot going on right now, but Don Lemon or CNN or just Fox News. I don't care. We don't care who it is, but just But this word authenticity keep coming up. Who's not authentic? Because you've been saying that a whole lot tonight. So, and I'm clocking it. Anyways. Oh, I'm with J Love. Okay. Anyways.
So,
okay.
Yeah. Dr. Clay.
Anyway,
if you guys, because we done did it the proper way. Now we just looking for direct contact. So if you guys can help us out, hey, get in touch with us because we're trying to shine this light nationally on Krystal. So it's horrific what she's going through. It's horrific. We talked to her mother the other night, and it pulls on your heart. She's been going through a lot as well. Just, to have your daughter being, in that condition and have to, she doesn't even look like the daughter that she was when she went in there. And all the things that, that her daughter is telling her that's going on with her. That's a heavy load to carry as a mother. So we're just trying. And I think sometimes people, they look at Krystal number 48, whatever, as a number. But she has a family. She's a mother. She's a grandmother. She's a sister. She's an auntie. And she has so many people that love her. And she deserved to live. She didn't get a death sentence. So, but that Mo is giving her one. So with that being said, Trisha ain't got nothing else. We out of here. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Same place. Wrongful conviction.
Good night.
Wrongful conviction highlight tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Just the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Just the light of mine. Just the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh Lord, just let it shine. This light of mine, this light of mine. Oh Lord, would you please just let it shine. Take the drama out of my life. Oh Lord, every night, the pain ain't right. I wake up at night, I never sleep. 26, 10, and 7, that's just me. Every day I need a little seed. I need a little fresh air, man, I need to breathe. All I know is trauma, all I know is tickets. All I know is no visit, all I know is a mission to get straight up out of prison. Lord have mercy for it. Lord have mercy on my people. Preacher Mary Washington and all my real. Lord have mercy with my people. I pray to God, we really need you. When I was down bad, when things weren't going right, every time I prayed at night, I put my hands up in my face. I said, Lord have mercy, little light of mine. Lord God, please let it shine. It's the drama that I live in my life. I swear to God, I was a bad guy every night. 10 toes down, salute. Everybody suffering, everybody who trying to make a way. Everybody looking for the sky, everybody looking for that piece of pie. In a law library, I know what that feel like. Hoping that somebody get active and involved in your situation. Man, pop your collar and pray. Cause Lord have mercy on my soul. And they make bad guy father get out soon. And the rest of those brothers who be mobbing to child each morning. Oh man, I ain't going to this afternoon. Man, I'ma miss dinner today. I got a cup of noodles. Hey, you know what that feel like? Do you know what it is? And if you a victim of a wrongful conviction, suffered and served by Ken Worthy, then I know that you know what that pain feel like. And your mama know what that pain feel like. Your father know what that pain feel like. With that life, let that little shine. Let that light shine, a little light of mine. Bad guy, Doughboy Week, all these great people in this great world of ours. 10 toes down, salute. I appreciate you, bad guy. I appreciate you, Week. I appreciate the tech. I appreciate everybody in the studio. We gonna pop off that LV, ooh-wee, cause that's what they be liking to see. But I hope you hear the miss and then you see me fresh. Salute.